You're not going to run away from me today. Yes, someone is finally coming around. Good morning. Come here. You can watch me deal with these potions. It's always around this time of year that people start asking for all sorts of love-related spells. Potions to help them confess. Potions to make people fall in love with them. Potions to make people hate someone else. Look at this list. The person right here asked for 10 truth serums. It sounds like some people are about to really not have a good time. If you had one of these, what would you do with it? Anything you so desperately want to hear from someone? Oh, I'm sure you could find one thing, such as, wouldn't you want to know why the others left you behind? How little they care about you. I know you're still in denial, but the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can move on with your life. I've shown you that there is no one in the holding cells. They all took the first chance they had to run. In the end, you were nothing more than a pawn to them. You don't have to take my word for it, but the evidence speaks for itself. They all left without even bothering to come say goodbye because they knew they wouldn't be able to face you after their betrayal. They haven't been doing anything to rescue you, and they won't anytime soon. No, it's not the same to me. You'd be more than just a pawn. I've made my intentions extremely clear to you from the start. I wouldn't lie to you. Not like them. The truth is, people will do anything to save their skin. You can always talk about always being there for each other. But the only other person who will really look out for you is yourself. You should choose your allegiances wisely. Don't be foolish now. Of course I want you. I'll keep wanting you forever and ever. That's exactly why I have to brainwash you. I'll be able to trust you more, and you'll be able to trust me too. Let's make you this gift. Here's one of the truth potions. Take it. It's all right. You believing in me is more important. I can't really stop you from using it whenever, but I'm only giving you one. Make good use of it. I suggest you keep it until you can speak with some of your former team members. I'll have one more made, and then this shipment can finally go. Now then, it's time for our daily session. Where should I take you? My office again? If you want to talk to me about something, let's go there first. We're much less likely to be interrupted. You know the drill. Have a seat. See, you're getting better at following orders already. You keep carrying that book everywhere. It won't catch fire if you put it down for a second. I want your hands to be free and relaxed for when I hypnotize you in a little bit. The table is right there. Pretty please. Great. Well done. Now, what is it? Dreams? Of what kind? Well, it takes a lot of courage to admit you've been dreaming of me. But something tells me there's a little more to it than that. Hey, I didn't make you dream of anything. This is all your pretty brain's work, believe it or not. But now I'm intrigued. In all fairness, I had something similar too the other day. It was a dream of someone that looked a lot like you, but wasn't quite you. Well, for one, they didn't have a mouth as big as yours. But apart from that, I can't exactly explain what, but something was different. The way you, the you in the dream, talked, behaved, and... You know it probably means nothing. Maybe I sweet-talked my way into your brain far too much already. And now that I have my eyes set on having you, I have dreams of you too. A version of you that's much more obedient. But if you wanted to know if it was my doing, it isn't. I could give you all kinds of suggestions to dream about things, but I haven't yet, I promise. With that out of the way, let's get to the usual bit. Do you want to keep your eyes open or closed? Closed? Then go right ahead. First, I want to work on relieving all that stress. You won't go down well for me if you have all these thoughts running around in your head. You're going to work with me today, okay? Take a deep breath in and out. There we go. Continue breathing for me, taking slow, deep breaths in and out. And as you keep breathing, I'd like for you to do one little thing for me for the duration of our session. I want you to count in your head every breath in and every breath out. So when you breathe in, that's 1. And when you breathe out, that's 2. In 3, out, 4. That's easy, isn't it? And to make things even easier, so you don't have to keep track of large numbers, when you get up to 10, you can start counting backwards until you're back down to 1. It would be something along the lines of breathing in, reaching the number 9, out, and 10, then in, and you're back 9 again, and out 8, all the way down to 1. And you can keep repeating this cycle. You can just focus on your breathing, making sure it's nice, slow, measured, and on, counting up to 10, then down to 1 every time. All the while, I'm going to speak to you, as I usually do. And you can just let the words fade away at the back of your mind. Even when you eventually fall asleep like you usually do. Even when your mind switches all the way off for me, you'll be able to keep this simple task going in your head, won't you? It doesn't require much thought. Just breathing and counting and relaxing. That's good, very good. I'm going to keep speaking, but don't focus on me. Focus on your breaths. And after all, you know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to talk to you about how good it feels to sleep and obey. And you know that well by now. You've tried and tried to resist my words. But in the end, it's so much better when you slip away and finally sleep. It's better for me, because I can talk to that unfiltered part of yours. The one that isn't worried about being right, about doing what's acceptable. It only cares about following me and being made to feel good. And it's better for you. Because you want to feel good. I want you to feel good. And I can make you feel so much better with just a few words. So it's okay if you find that part of you that wants to obey me surfaces at any point. You won't have to fight the thoughts of me, of being my good, obedient thing that trickle into your brain when it does. They're all normal, just like how normal it is for me to be speaking to you while you breathe in and out and count. Don't forget to count. Count all the way down and then all the way up. Keep your conscious mind busy so it doesn't start worrying about needless things. We're just talking about how good you're going to be today when you fall asleep. You already have your eyes closed, So it's just my voice in your ears. And we've established that you don't really need to pay attention to it either. My voice is going to drop you down, down, down deep, down to sleep, down to the place where you're safe and relaxed. I want you to be safe and relaxed and to feel good. And for you to feel good, you have to be good. Good for me. You want to feel good, so you'll be good for me. Isn't that right? And since you want to be good for me, you're going to help me bring you deeper. You might have noticed it's happening already, but let's just make it very clear. At whatever point in your counting you are, I want you to be aware of the power every number has on you. You're breathing slowly and deeply, counting all the same. Every time you count yourself down to 10, you can feel yourself falling just a little bit deeper, letting your arms just get a bit more heavy, a bit more limp, a bit more relaxed, letting more and more of your worries melt away into my voice. And every time you count yourself up, you very briefly bring yourself back up to a sense of awareness, a very vague sense of being awake, to remind yourself what it feels like, only so you can drop even deeper than the time before. With each number up, it becomes harder and harder to wake up fully. You don't need to wake up fully. That's not the goal. We're just trying to remind you of what being awake feels like, so you'll recognize when you're asleep, sinking deeply asleep, and you'll know that you feel good when you're in a deep, deep sleep. That's good. You're doing so well. Keep being good and keep sinking for me. I can see it all over your face that you want to let go. Let it all just happen. And eventually you might find that it's too hard to keep track of all the numbers because you're falling deeper and want to sleep. And that's okay too. When it happens, you'll just sleep. You'll sleep and obey. You'll be mine and you will obey. And it will feel so good. You obey and you feel good when you obey. You're safe with me and I'm never going to hurt you. So bring yourself to sleep and obey me. Obedience is safe. Obedience is rewarding. I'll look after you, so just sleep. You can trust me. You can be honest with me. I'll keep you relaxed and happy. You can tell me what you want, and I'll give it to you. Just obey, and I'll make sure everything else is taken care of. I won't hurt you. I would never hurt you. I would never abandon you. And I know you've been thinking a lot about what it feels like to be abandoned. But just know I would never do that to you. I can see all over your face that you want to let go. It's okay. No one is here to judge you. You can choose to be mine. You can choose to obey me. I'll give you so much as half of the world as long as you're mine. That's the difference between me and them. Shh. Sleep. Sleep now. I'll take care of you. Take care of everything. You're under my control, under my spell, and all mine. Sleep, obey, and be mine. Sleep, sleep. Wake up. Wake up. Ugh, waking you up is such a hassle every time. We can do this tomorrow again. In fact, we can do this every single day. However, I need you to wake up for now. I'll look after you when you wake up. So come up with me. Up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. You went deeper than usual today. I'm not surprised you feel disoriented. I like to call it a hypnotic hangover. It will wear off in a few minutes. For now, hold this. Don't laugh. Holding a pillow actually helps, unless you want me to hold you. I'm being serious. Just come over here, pretty please. I'm not going to bite you. Calm down. See? You're fine. I just want to make sure you stop feeling dizzy before I let you go. This is what I meant when I said I dreamt of someone that looked like you. It wasn't quite you. In my dream, it went down like this. 2. I asked you if you wanted to cuddle, but you didn't protest nearly as much. You looked all too cute. When I wrapped my arms around you like this, stroked your hair, and you obeyed my every command. What do you mean? You had the same dream? Well, that sure is an interesting coincidence. Ah, what do you mean by that? What else could it be, if not a coincidence? I didn't think much of it. I've wanted you for a while, and I've had dreams of you before. I really don't mind admitting it to you. I have nothing to hide. Not when I've been so open about how much I want you. I've had dreams of you standing by my side while I rule, being my loyal knight, my perfect knight. They were so vivid and beautiful, and I knew I had to make them a reality. What is it? Hey, I saw that look. No use hiding your face from me. Not when I'm right here and can lift it up. It's that kind of look. So flustered. I can call you my sweet knight more if you like it. My darling knight. My precious knight. It just feels right, doesn't it? To see you as my little knight. My defensor. Loyal to me. Obedient to me. Mine and mine alone. My most treasured thing. I actually treasure you and want you. It's okay. I know it's a lot. You don't have to worry. I will never abandon you. If it meant saving the world, they wouldn't hesitate in sacrificing you, not even for a second. I, on the other hand, would give you all of the world if it made you happy. I would destroy it just for you. I will never leave you, just as you won't leave me. I'll give you anything and everything. Yes, it's a promise. If you want revenge, I'll give you revenge. We'll make them regret making you hurt, won't we? Of course we will.